is up, you guys? This is Anasary, and today I am very excited to be sharing with you my favorite summer go-to iced coffee recipe. And this video was I was kind of encouraged to make it by my very good friend Jasmine, so hey, this video is for you. And today, as you can kind of tell by what's around me, today I'm coming at you from my kitchen at my house, or yeah, my parents' house, which is where I live. But I digress. Now, this recipe is what I've been drinking on the daily because this whole quarantine lockdown situation has made me very big coffee lover. Like, I can't function without at least one iced coffee every single day. But before I get into showing my whole, kind of what I do to make this coffee recipe, I do want to give a very small disclaimer that I am nowhere nearly skilled as any coffee barista out there. I wish. I am merely a coffee lover who loves drinking iced coffee and also making iced coffee. So with that being said, let's go. Now, this drink that I'm going to be showing you how to make is my favorite go-to drink that I have literally, I literally drank this every single day this entire past week. And basically what the whole thing of this drink is making the vanilla sweet cream, which is kind of like making our own coffee creamer, and it is kind of an imitation of the Starbucks vanilla sweet cream cold brew, as it says in the name, aka also my favorite drink from there. And so I'm going to be showing you how to make the sweet cream. To make this drink, you'll need half and half. You will also need vanilla syrup. Now, I have two right here, and the bigger one, as you can see, I actually got from Smart & Final, and the smaller one is one that I got at Target, and I know they also sell that at Walmart, but if you don't have access to either of those, then I know for sure they sell them on Amazon as well. Next, you'll also need something to kind of mix the sweet cream once it's ready. And I know some of you are Nespresso users that follow me on here, so you could use your milk frother. But I actually prefer to use this very inexpensive handheld frother that I got at IKEA for like $3. And you don't really need it to be frothed, but I like it for the aesthetic, and you'll see later on why. So I like to use this small little mason jar to place the vanilla sweet cream in. So you do anything kind of small like this. It doesn't have to be this, maybe just another cup. But first we're gonna put in our half and half. Get that in the shot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I usually never measure it, but I wanna give you guys kind of good, measurement. So I'm gonna put in, this is, this is 1/3 of a cup, and that's about this much. Next, we're gonna put in our vanilla syrup, and I'm gonna use the sugar-free vanilla one today. I also usually never measure this one out. I just kind of put whatever I think is an appropriate amount, but I think today I'm gonna try to measure out how much I usually put. So that's 1 tablespoon, and I think I'm gonna put half tablespoon. Okay, we're just gonna do half of it. That might actually be a whole other tablespoon, but there we go. Okay, now we have our ingredients in here, and now all we have to do is pretty much mix it. Now, you could literally just get a spoon and mix it, or if you have your little mason jar like I do, you could top it off and kind of shake it that way, which I've also done. Or if you have the milk frother like the Nespresso one, then you could pour it in here and do the cold foam. But I actually prefer to use the little handheld frother for the aesthetic. I like to froth it up because I like the way it'll foam up. It'll be like a mix between the cold foam at Starbucks as well as the vanilla sweet cream, and you'll see why in a bit. But this is what I do. I just foam it up froth it up for a good, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 20 seconds. And if you look at how it was before, look at how much that like grew in size because it's so frothed, because obviously this has, you know, heavy cream or fat content, so it's gonna grow. And we're done. This is the whole video. I'm kidding, but we're done with making our vanilla sweet cream now. And now is the next part. Now this part depends on you, but I'm showing you how I make it. So these are the 3 options that I use whenever I do make an iced coffee. The first is an Nespresso iced coffee capsule that I use. This is made for it to be an iced coffee, so that's one option I do. The next is that I will use something like this, like a ground coffee, and I will pour it in a mocha pot, and I'll show you some footage of here of that with in the mocha pot, and I prepare it there, and I usually put it in a mason jar, and then I leave it in the fridge for quite some time. And then the other option that I do is I use my French press, and I will leave it sitting in there, the coffee in there, for maybe the whole night, maybe just the morning. If it's really quick, then obviously just whatever like amount of time I have, but the longer you leave it in there, the better it is. And then my next option, I don't know why I said 3, is that I'll be kind of lazy, and sometimes I want cold brew, but I don't want to make it, and I just find it easy to buy canned cold brew. Now these are the 2 that I usually get, either this one from Trader Joe's or this one that's groundwork coffee, and this one's actually nitro, so when it comes out of the can, it comes out very like foamy at the top, the way the one from Starbucks does. And today I think I'm just gonna be a little lazy. I'm just gonna use this one to show you guys. And I'm gonna pour my cold brew in there. Now this one says to shake it, which I'm a little scared of right now because usually it like explodes and spurts out, but let's see. Oh, not too bad. So we're gonna pour it in here. Got our cold brew there. And then next I like to add the ice last. You could probably do the ice first, and that way you know if your cup is gonna be big enough. But if you do, I would say add a lot of ice. Now, for a second, can we appreciate how beautiful that, look at that, like that foaminess of like apparently it being nitro. I think that's so pretty. Okay, let me stop for a second. Okay, let me get the ice. Oh, that's 1, 2, and 3. And now that I think about it, I forgot that this is kind of, just 1 more. Now comes the best part, adding our vanilla sweet cream that we already had made. Now I do want to point out that usually when I do this, I will make this like really fast so that it'll still be frothed up. Like right now, you see it already kind of deflated, so I'm going to quickly froth it up again. Okay, here we go. I'm excited. So this is the whole point of why I love to wait last. That was actually a lot more than I needed, so maybe half of it was okay. But it might be because it's there, but that's it. That's our vanilla sweet cream cold brew. But you see that? The reason I like it being frothed is that it will maintain these layers. That's it. I love it like this. I love it getting foamy like that because you see, it keeps those layers for like a good amount of time, and then look at how cool that is. Like, that's it. That's it. That's your vanilla sweet cream cold brew or iced coffee. So you can see it'll kind of slowly sink down. And I love that. I just wanna, you know, drink out of it, and then you can kind of mix it up. Right now, I kind of want to leave it like that for a little bit, And yeah. Okay, and then now we drink it. I don't want to mix it too much yet, but here we go. I think that's awesome. The thing I do want to point out is that if you've never tried the vanilla sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks, it's not very sweet, but it has a good hint of vanilla and then it's milky enough. But right now, like, honestly, I could pour the rest of our sweet cream in there that we made. Since we already made it, might as well, you know? So I think usually my recipe does call for all of that whole quantity that I made. I underestimated how much it actually makes, but there we go, look at that. So exciting. I think it's perfect. And then eventually, I can't help but not mix it, you know? I think that's perfect. Like, I don't know what else to say, you know? And that's it. It's that easy. I think it's pretty simple to make. Like, this whole adventure of me kind of getting obsessed with coffee, it really does come down to the fact that I've realized that a lot of drinks that I liked from like Starbucks, like a mocha or this one right here, anything like that is actually, or a latte, it's not very hard. Like, you don't even need an espresso machine if you know that I have one like that. I actually have been kind of putting it aside a while because I've been really loving using my mocha pot and my French press and finding like fresh ground coffee, and I kind of want to explore more into that. But it really just comes down to having coffee and then like a few flavored syrups like this. Like it's really easy like to find these and to have these, and they will just kind of elevate your coffee game. So I hope you enjoy this little quick kind of recipe on how I make my favorite summer iced coffee recipe, because I'm sure it's going to change towards the fall. And if you do decide to follow along and make this, I would love to know. Leave it in a comment down below or tag me on Instagram at @thisanasary. I would love to share. If you post it like on your IG story, I would love to share it. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and if you want to see more content kind of like this from me later on. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and you already know. Laters.